Hey guys, this is Joel from the Fincastle Pokemon Gym. I started out with the goal for my first video of 2026 to be one of two decks that I really like, but I also decided when I started this channel that I'm not going to show you a deck that I'm not satisfied with, and those two decks in question are Arven's Mabostiff EX and Team Rocket's Nidoking. I have functional deck lists for both that are close, but not good enough for me yet, so they are in the keep working on category for now. Today's deck seems like a no-brainer. I saw this combo immediately when I went to a Phantasmal Flames pre-release, and how this has not made it into the format is beyond me. At this point you may roll your eyes at another Gholdengo EX list, but this again is one that I would take to any tournament, which is why I'm showing it to you. And as is often the case, the introduction of one card is enough to completely change a major deck in the format. Now you all know what Gholdengo EX does. He does 50 damage times the number of basic energies you discard from your hand, so you're technically only limited by how much energy you run, minus the one necessary to pay his attack cost of one basic metal energy. This deck changed pretty significantly with the advent of the A-Spec Energy Search Pro. It was an instant gift to this deck because it allowed you to search out 8 energies at once, but you did have to run pretty much a copy of every energy in the format. But with the advent of Firebreather, Firebreather allows you to get 7, but unlike the A-Spec, you can do it more than once since you can run 4 copies of it. It also allows you to switch to a heavy count of fire energy instead of just one of each, which means you aren't punished for an energy being in the prizes like you were with the A-Spec. A Firebreather led to switching to a heavy count of fire energy, and for anyone with a memory longer than 30 seconds, that should immediately take you to thinking about Ceruledge EX. Because why focus on getting all of that energy back when you can just take advantage of it all being in the discard pile? Now I've got 20 energy in this deck, so minus the one for Ceruledge EX's attack, that's 19 possible that could be in your discard pile, which with his Abyssal Flames attack, that's 380 plus the base 30 damage, which is 410. And remember, that's not depending on you finding a bunch of ways to get your energy into the discard pile. That's after a Gholdengo EX has exhausted making it rain on you. So I'm already onto the Pokemon page, we'll stay there. To strengthen your options even further, Phantasmal Flames gave us a baby Ceruledge that hits for 220 damage and gets 4 energies into the discard pile, and is an amazing counter to anything steel, which of course includes an opposing Gholdengo EX. Rounding out the Pokemon there, you can see, and I included one Genesect EX just to help you get those Gholdengo EX out early. Now onto the items. Since you don't need the A-Spec Energy Search Pro, that frees up that A-Spec spot. And it seemed that Prime Catcher was the obvious choice to replace it, because that lets you grab it with a Cypher Maniac and still catch something on that same turn. You can see I only included 2 copies of Superior Energy Retrieval, so that you can extend attacking with Gholdengo, or you can get a second attack out of your baby Ceruledge, but the deck is not reliant on energy retrieval that way. It's also worth noting, since this is the first deck I've used it in, I've got a copy of Blowtorch to get an extra energy into the discard pile and get rid of either a tool, a special energy, or a stadium. That's really a card that I'd like more of in here, but I've just got one for now. Now the supporter line is very basic. You see the 4 copies of the Round Boy, 2 Boss, and just 1 Cypher Maniac, and I added in a Briar. A Briar only works if you're attacking with the Ceruledge EX because he's the only Terra type in the deck. But in this format, it seems kind of dumb not to include it when you can, as Briar can let you win the game with either 3 prizes left, or even 4 now that there are Megas that give up 3 prizes in the format. It is a much better come from behind card than players seem to be recognizing at the moment, so keep that in mind as you look at this deck and others. Now the energy mix of 6 metal and 14 fire have been working well for me. You can always tinker with that to suit you, but that's the deck. There's not a ton to discuss. This is just taking one of the top decks in the format and making it that much better, so I guess it's just time to show you. Let's get on to some games. This first game is going to be against a Charizard, Pidgeot, Dusknoir deck, and this, like a lot of the games that I played, and I did record a lot of games, just a very quick game. They got a very fast Charizard, knocked out my Charcadet, Back to me, I'd already used a gather strength to get some energy with that Charcadet. With that, I already have enough in my hand. Don't really have to do anything. I'm just going to use Night Stretcher to get an extra energy back out of the discard pile. I'm going to set up my next play with Cypher Maniac, get Gholdengo and a Firebreather. I've got 7 in hand. That's all I need to one-shot this Charizard. They don't have anything else on the bench that is an attacker. So not only does that just even the game, it really puts me out in front, because then they've got to try to get to another Charizard, which they can't do for 2 turns. They do get down basics, and they send up a Duskull with an Evolution TM, and just evolved the Charmander. Apparently they were missing the stage 1s of whatever else their target was. So I topped that Gholdengo that I had put on top with Cypher Maniac, use it to draw my Firebreather. And I'm going to draw with Gholdengo the active and see what I get. And that gets me the boss. Wasn't really thinking, pre-planning that play, but that works out very nicely, because then I can just catch the Charmeleon and eliminate any future Charizard and really put them in a spot where there's not much they can do with this game. So we'll knock out that Charmeleon. Only have to toss 2 of those. I still got Firebreather in hand to get anything that I want, but as you can see, that's not going to be an issue in this game. They send up their Tatsugiri, see what they can get in terms of supporters, and only get a boss and then concede. So a very quick win, but one that just demonstrates how fast Gholdengo can overwhelm you whichever way you play it. This second match is against Zoroark EX. Not a very good matchup for the Zoroark deck, because Gholdengo can one-hit Zoroark, and Zoroark really has very few ways it can one-hit Gholdengo unless you leave damage on a Zoroark, which you try not to do in this one. So I'm going to contradict that here shortly. They are unable to get their Reshiram down, so they got a little damage on the Charcadet. We'll go ahead and use my Firebreather, add to the fire energy I already had in my hand, and then I'm going to Ultra Ball to get a Ceruledge, and we'll get the baby one. I don't care so much about the damage in this. I'm just trying to get some of that fire into the discard pile. I was thinking about trying to get a line of Ceruledge going. A little bit risky here to put that damage on, because then they can double that damage back and one-hit me, but they do not. They move damage over with Monkey Dory and just use Zoroark to copy that Reshiram and take out my baby Ceruledge. So it gets us into that odd prize count match, which is always a little bit awkward. I get down another Charcadet, and I'm going to Ultra Ball and get my Pheasantipity. Get him down. Go ahead and play the Firebreather first. Get the rest of the fire energy out of the deck. Then we'll use Pheasantipity to draw because of the previous knockout. And again, I've already got damage on this Zoroark, so I don't have to do much. I'm going to do all my drawing with my Gholdengos, with my coin bonuses. No tools that are in place. I don't need to worry about knocking out, using that torch to knock anything out yet. Off the active coin bonus, get an air balloon and another energy. So I'll attach to that bench Gholdengo, and we will just toss 2 here to finish off that Zoroark and take 2. And off those prizes, we will grab Superior Energy Retrieval and a Poffin. They catch my Genesect and hit it for 170. I was holding on to that air balloon, wasn't really sure where to attach it, which is usually the best play with that. So I'll use it to move him back. Could be in danger of him being knocked out with Monkey Dory, but again, I'm going to try not to leave any damage on their field for the rest of this game. I should be able to either one-hit things with Ceruledge or with Gholdengo, whichever way it goes. This turn we are going for the Gholdengo. And we'll coin bonus a few more times. Got a couple Firebreathers in hand. I'm going to use that Stretcher to get back a fire energy. Go ahead and get one on my Ceruledge EX, not the baby. Get one more energy with the coin bonus off the active. And then we will toss 6, which is a flat 300 and enough to knock out Zoroark. They're really piling that energy into the discard pile. Only got 1 prize card left. That's from where on my second turn I just knocked out a basic Zora. Didn't include that just because that was early and not very significant in the game. But it does create that awkward scenario where you do have just one prize left. On this turn, I've got plenty of energy in. All I need to do is just get 2 more in. I think Ceruledge was able to hit 270. So I Ultra Balled away those 2. That pushes him to 310. And that's one of the reasons I picked this match. I just wanted to show how you build from attacking with Gholdengo until you get to a point where you can finish it with Ceruledge. Like I said earlier, I did record a lot of matches because I've had a little bit more time off. So I'm going to show some highlights of a couple just to show the matchups. This one was against the Mega Kangaskhan, Mega Absol. They got a knockout with him, so I was able to use Pheasantipity to draw into a Firebreather and get the 7 energies. Even though they have the Bravery Charm on, I'm going to hold on to the Blowtorch in case I need it for something else. Now I'll just use the energy in my hand to one-shot that Mega Kangaskhan, do 350, and take 3 prizes on my first attack. Off those guys, got a couple more energies, and on my next turn, drew into a boss off of the coin bonuses and superior energy retrieval. So I'll use that to get enough to get Mega Absol. He's only 280. So on 2 attacks, ended this match and took all 6 prizes with the combination of the Fire Breather and then superior energy retrieval. So a very nice balance in this deck. Never even had to look at Ceruledge in this one. This second highlight is just from the mirror match with Gholdengo with the Solrock Lunatone. I got the first knockout, so I was ahead by 2, and that's really what this match comes down to. They answered back, knocked me out, 1 hit me, took 2, evened it back up. Doesn't really matter when you choose to do it. This is just the time that presented itself here. Went ahead and evolved to the Ceruledge. Don't have to have that much energy in the discard pile just to get the 1 hit, because he does hit Gholdengo for weakness. Hit him for 380, and really not that much energy in there at the moment. Take 2 with him, and I have so many options left to proceed from there. They answer as they always will, because Gholdengo is very consistent. And 1 hit my Ceruledge for 300. Even it back up, but again, I could draw all kinds of stuff. I don't need to. I've got the Fire Breather in hand. I'll just use it to get the 2 more energies necessary to get this knockout. And it's pretty straightforward. This whole match just took a matter of minutes to go start to finish. So we'll toss those 6, do 300, and get the last knockout. And mirror matches just seem a little bit easier with Ceruledge in it. Now I could show scenarios against almost every deck in the meta at the moment, but they all play out like one of these matches that I've showed. And there's not really a specific order of operations for this deck. If I was teaching this to a younger or a newer player, I'd stress trying to take the first 2 knockouts of EXs with Gholdengo and then clean up with Ceruledge EX. But in the case of an opposing Gholdengo matchup, you only need 5 energy in the discard pile to get a 1 hit with Ceruledge EX. So ideally in that one, you want to take the first knockout with baby Ceruledge, the second with Ceruledge EX, and then if you even need another attacking option, you've got a full complement of Gholdengo to close with. The nice thing is, there really aren't any bad options. I've played this list as is for the last 2 months, and I never have anything stand out as anything I would change. Any one card that might raise an eyebrow during one game usually turns out to be something that I need in the next one. Every once in a while, I'm not satisfied with the speed of getting out my basics, but I think that is a product of TCG Live being afflicted and not the deck. But that is why I do run that one Call for Family Gimme Ghoul. Other than that, I don't see where any version of this deck is any better than this one. I guess maybe the right influencer hasn't told everybody to play it yet. That used to mean they were saving it for themselves the next event, but who knows these days. All I can say is give it a try, and I think you'll see what I see. Now that's all for today. It's good to be back. Any support you can give the channel through likes and subscribes would be greatly appreciated. I'd love to see this grow through 2026 into something where I can offer you more of my knowledge of this game. And don't get me wrong, knowledge has less to do with intelligence than it does with experience. And we've been playing this game since most of you guys were Rugrats. But alas, where we go from here is up to you. Thanks for watching. Get out and play. Be not afraid. Later.